So what this website does is it allows you to improve its CFR level. Okay, so you can actually reach this at englishprofile.org. Okay, englishprofile is a one word, .org. Do explore this website and see how it can assist you, how it can support you in your preparation for the test. Okay? Okay, below, back to the strategies. Okay, thank you. All right, so for the pictures, look at the similarities, look at the differences, identify them. You can also speculate where the photos could have been taken. What is the relationship between the people in the photo? So these are the things that you can actually highlight in the comparison made between the two photos. Okay? So you can focus on similarities or differences. You can also look at where it was taken. Is it taken in a house, or is taken in outdoor? All right? Or it's taken at one of the most popular holiday destinations, for example. So highlight those kind of information. And also need to look at how they feel, because when in the pictures, when it involves human, you can actually distinguish in terms of the emotions that you can see in the picture. Highlight that. These people must be enjoying their holiday at this spot, probably because would be the first time they get together, or because they are enjoying it as a family. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can actually highlight when you are making that comparison between the two. Okay? All right. No, you can't. So that's why I say, jot down information that is important for you. You are welcome to screenshot. I've been in photos, a lot of photos already. Especially when I share with you the sample answers. No, in past workshop we have had, I said, wait, don't take yet, wait. Last one. Okay, now you can take now. Okay, I'll tell you the camera ready moment. Okay. All right, so task fulfillment is also important. Now, sometimes don't get carried away with not addressing the task. You might read the question once and then immediately you respond without thinking. Try not to do that. Look at the questions carefully, understand them, and respond appropriately. That was one of the tips in the video. Respond appropriately. That means fulfill the requirement of the task. Fulfill the requirement of the question. What was the question in the in our first activity just now? Describe the image in one word. When you talk about describing, what is the word class we often use? Adjectives. It doesn't say name the image. It says describe the image. Okay? So that's the difference in which you need to make sure you understand the requirement of the question. Okay? Keep your notes short and simple. Remember the preparation time you have for part 2 and part 3? Make it simple. Don't go script writing, yeah? That one you can save it for your students' public speaking. Alright, grammatical structure. At this point of time, I'm sure all of you have no issue with grammatical structure. No response. Okay. At this point, nobody is having issue with grammatical structure, right? Yes. Not convincing. Okay, and make sure that you have accurate ones, okay? Your tenses as well. Linking words, your cohesive devices, that is to show that you have organized your ideas well, okay? And then vary your stress and intonation. Remember, you're speaking. Although you're speaking to a non-living thing, is it hard? No, right? You've been speaking to non-living things for quite a while now. So, speaking to a non-responsive device, that will be it, right? You're speaking to a non-responsive device when whatever you say makes no difference. It's like a blank look on you. You get used to that, okay? So, with speaking, express yourself, but don't overdo it, okay? Express yourself. Show it in your stress and intonation. Am I applying that in my presentation? Yes. The intonation that you want to give stress on, words that you want to highlight to make sure that people pay attention to that particular part of your presentation is what you need to instill in your response. Okay? But don't overdo it. Okay? All right. And don't speak quickly, just as I said just now. You're not a bullet train. Don't worry. The time won't go faster as you speak faster. Okay? And then, okay. This is one of the strategy that we came up with in terms of fillers. You know when you have fillers, you tend to go for 10 seconds. All right. Now make it intelligent fillers. You know intelligent fillers? Intelligent fillers. Why do we have fillers anyway? You need to buy in time to digest certain things, right? That's why you're doing all that. All right. Now let's do it intelligently. So it doesn't look like you're having fillers, but you're doing intelligently. So what we suggest is you do this with these kinds of phrases. For example, the moment you see a question, you know it's hard, you know it's tricky, say it out. Now that's a difficult question actually. I've never thought it that way, but at the same time you're processing already. Okay? Nothing wrong with responding that way. But don't use it the same thing for the next half a minute. Okay? Yeah, that's a very tricky question. I've never thought that I will ever get this question. No, on all the chances or attempts that I've done, this is the first time I've got it. You're not going into the question yet. And you wasted 30 seconds just on that. Okay? This can only be applied for at least 1 to 5 seconds to buy you time. Okay? Not to avoid, this is not avoiding strategies. Alright? Just to buy you time. This applies to all the questions. All the part 1 to part 4 question. Especially part 4. Part 4 is a follow-up, remember? And part 4 you don't have preparation time. And you do not really know what to expect on the follow-up question. So the moment you see the question, you can actually respond it naturally. This is an interesting question. Well, if I were to look it from this perspective, be natural. There's no particular structure that you have to follow. What they want to see is how you respond. Whether you have the vocabulary, whether you have the language, whether you have the variety. That's all. They're not going to judge you whether you have the structure in your response. Whether you have a main idea followed by a example. When you can do that, you do. You will do it naturally anyway. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. Again? Chandi. Okay. All right. Okay. You a question here. What if you get a question or a picture of a place that you have never seen before? That's very likely actually. So don't narrow down to the place. Go general as a category. What is the category for that? Historical attraction. Go into that. That means you say, oh, these two pictures are about a site for places of historical attraction. One place would be somewhere, I believe in, you did not need to be exact. It's not about accuracy of facts. Okay, it's not about accuracy of facts. It's about how you go around with the language. So even if, I know some people will encounter dishes, you know dishes? Some of the dishes you even not seen all your life. And you see, you know it's food. You can distinguish between a food and a non-food, okay? So you will say, oh, this could be an exotic dish from a particular country that I've not been to. It looks kind of unique that because it has that different mixture of colors and all that. It would be interesting if I get the chance to actually try that, for example. All right? So it's not about accuracy of facts. Okay? It's about how you play with your language. The test is not about what you know about the topic. The test is about how you play with language on something that you need to talk about. Does that answer your question? Can. For example, okay, you find these two pictures of people going at two different sites, right? Okay. Now the two pictures highlights places of interest. Probably, so that's why you put there words like probably. One is a historical site, and the other one is one that we can go for leisure. All right. So within these two places, I think the one with the leisure one seems to be more attractive as compared to the historical site. And if you want to go further deeper, this historical site might be related to a particular religion, if you can't remember at that point of time. In most cases, that's what's happened. Yeah, you know the place, it's at the tip of your tongue, but you don't know where it is. Okay, it does happen, but play with language. Sometimes you will also have questions you know that you have no idea of. All right, make it up. We are teachers, right? Spell backwards, we are cheaters. All right, so being teachers, we're good at making up things. That's what makes our students interested in our classes, right? That's what I do. Okay, so as long as not so sad lah. Okay, so what I meant is, it's not about accuracy of response, but it's accuracy and fluency of language. That's why it is a proficiency test. It is not a English language test. Okay? We're not talking about the language as testing what the language is. We're looking at how well you use the language usage. Okay? So in other words, don't worry about whether I know the topic or not. Part 2 will talk about topics, right? They will give you a topic and some of the questions. Some of these questions are actually questions that we deal every day. And if you are an expert in it, you will talk more about it. But if you're not, then just talk about it in general. Put in your response accordingly. Okay? All right, can we just go and see some of the questions? Okay, formulate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is another strategy, reformulate. For example, if the question asks, what is your favorite book? Oh, well, I've never thought of my favorite book. Kan? That would be our natural response. When people ask, what is your favorite book? Favorite book? Yeah, I've never thought of it. But if you were to ask me, I would pinpoint it to one that I've read many, many years ago. That is also to buy you time. But not 30 seconds lah, yeah? Okay. All right. Have a conversational mode with your speaker. As I said, it's a non-responsive device. Fine. But this is when you have the power of controlling the conversation. Because nobody's responding. Okay? Make full use of it. All right. So how can you lose marks? You don't do proper check. This one, when you don't do proper check, you can't even start the component. So that one has to go through. Not speaking clearly, that will be one of the issues that most of our candidates have. So please speak clearly. Okay? So that people can understand you without any doubts. Okay. Not answering the question when you're so over. Battery off. Oh, sampai hilang habis battery. Thank you. Is that much that's been speaking, is it? Okay, so not answering the question, sometimes we get carried away. Teachers can give you one topic, you talk about another topic. Alright, please keep on track. Please keep on track, okay? The moment you feel that I'm not answering the question, come back. Okay? Alright. I know some of you would find that I don't know much to say already. Say. It's like you can just answer the question in 10 seconds. Don't. Okay? Fully utilize that 45 seconds. Think of whatever you can think of. You know why when you don't answer or you fulfill the time? What happens? What will happen? They don't have a lot of evidence to mark you. They want to give you more, but you're not giving them more. You see? But don't go over 45 seconds, you can't. After 45 seconds, they'll kick you out. Okay? It will stop recording, regardless whether you finish your sentence or not. Alright? So speak within the time given. Make full use of that to give you your best in terms of the language that you have. Okay? Responding to the task. Alright. Overusing, speaking in simple sentences, not use a variety of structure. Okay. Want to take a break first? Okay. Yeah, I'm exhausted too. Can we have a 10 minutes break? To go to the ladies or to the gents. Go and walk around. I've been walking, you have not. So just go walk around. We come back in 10 minutes. Is that okay? All right? Okay.
Test sound. Uji suara, uji suara.
need to answer all 3 questions. So you have the comparison of the photos, and then you have 2 additional questions that come with it. So you need to answer all the 3 questions for you to qualify the B1 and above. Okay? Second, have good control of simple grammatical structure. That shouldn't mean an issue. Errors occur when attempting complex sentences. So even if you have some errors in your grammar, your complex structure, it is still tolerable. Okay, it's still they will still comply with that. And then you have sufficient range and control of vocabulary. Errors occur when expressing complex thoughts. Pronunciation is intelligible, but inappropriate mispronunciations put an occasional strain on the listener. Some pausing is fine, and you only use simple cohesive devices. So you need to be above that for you to qualify a B2. So is it impossible? No. I'm answering it for you. Okay? All right. So basically, when you click the speaking component, this will be the interface. All right? It will give you a prompt, and this prompt will be in a form of an audio. They will speak to you. Okay? There will be there will be someone who will be recorded to prompt you with all these instructions. Just listen and follow through. Yeah? And this is how the questions will look like. This is what I've screenshot and put into one screen. In the real one is one screen at a time, one picture at a time. Okay? It will be this one, just one of this, and with the recording here. Okay? The timer is here. So once this is a countdown, that goes to show that they have started recording you. So that will be your indicator to continue speaking until you reach 0. Okay? 45 seconds, is that long? No. It's not long, especially in that condition. All right? It's not that long, so please make full use of the time. Okay? So there will be 3 questions. So for the first one, you have to tell what you can see in the 2 photos. And then here they have another question, and finally the last question. Now the second question is often about you. Okay? The second question for part 1 is often about you. The third question will be about the others. Alright? So first question for part 1 is about the photos or the pictures. Second question is about you. And the third is about others. That's how it's normally written or designed. Yeah? Okay, when you look at these photos, do you need to know exactly the game or the sports? What is the first one? Okay, this one? Basketball. Okay, if let's say they give you a picture of people going abseiling. Alright? And that point of time you don't know what is abseiling. You're like, I know this word, I've been there before, I've done this before, I just went out, came back last week. But the word just didn't come through you at that point of time. Tackle the ones that you can tackle. For example, this is one-man game, team game. Right? One-man game, team game. Second, what other features? They are both outdoor games, outdoor sports. Alright? And for these 2 pictures, they all have competitions at national and international levels. Alright? One is trying to score a hole. Right? The man is trying to score a hole. The other one is fighting to score a goal. Isn't it? A score for in the net. Isn't it all there? Anything you have to think outside the box? No, right? So focus on that. You're able to do that, you're fine. Okay? Once you're able to do that, you're fine. But don't give one word answer. All right? Show that you have the language. right? Now the two photos I have on screen shows outdoor sports, and these two outdoor sports are very popular among youngsters, for example. However, golf is more popular among the rich. The rich and popular, for example, or the rich and more influential people. Okay. However, basketball is more for commoners, if you want to talk about that one. All right. Then, compared with the two, the one is played on a field, a golf course, whereas the other is played on court. It's there, isn't it? You can see that. You can find that. So highlight on those two. All right? Okay. All right. Before we start, I need you to... Do you have ChatGPT on your phone? I'm not trying to ask other questions. I'm just asking whether you have ChatGPT or not. I'm not asking how frequent you use them. Okay? Use them accordingly, but don't take wholesome. All right? Use them to generate ideas, but don't take wholesome. All right? Whole piece. Okay. Are you on ChatGPT? If you don't, can you install? Can you download? If you're on iPhone, you can go to App Store. If you're on Android, you can go on Google Play, is it? Other than ChatGPT, if you have other, that's fine. As long as you have an app that can actually identify your CFR level. Okay? We have ChatGPT. We also have Small Talk to Me. But Small Talk to Me is still under observation. under observation. We still have to go through that and see how it can benefit. We used to use Speak and Improve. But Speak and Improve, it has a task set for you already. So you can actually respond based on the task. The one we discovered that can actually also help would be ChatGPT. Okay? But you have to give the correct prompt. You need to provide the correct prompt so that they will give you the correct response. Okay? Our trials have shown that when we provide the script, the audio script, they often translate it to Malay. So you need to provide the prompt saying that don't translate it, take it as it is and give a CFR level for that. So in terms of its response, ChatGPT is able to provide a very comprehensive response to your audio. So that could be, it's not the tool for you to use, but then it can give you an idea of what you need to focus on and what you can improve on. Yeah? Okay, have you done this? Can you just type it in first without sending it yet? Because you need to send it audio. Part 1, first question, which is comparison of pictures. You need to compare the two photos. So the moment you see the two photos, I will start the timer and you can start recording yourself. You know how to record on ChatGPT? There is a microphone there. You can see a microphone icon there. Click. Do you see a microphone icon at the response there? This one, have you downloaded? You have not downloaded. Download it first. You have to install first. You have to? Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Okay, if you don't have any of the devices, don't worry. Just record yourself. You will be analyzing your own response. Okay, you analyze your own response. So don't worry. If you have the apps, you try on the apps. If you don't, just record yourself your response to this question. Then you will listen to yourself again. Okay, and see whether you have complied to the requirement. Okay, are you ready? Are those on the live streaming ready as well? You can do this as I flash the slide. You can actually answer the question. You can record yourself, or you can do it on the apps that I've already recommended. Yeah, it's either Chi or you can try other apps that you find helpful for you. Okay, are we ready? Okay, this is a question. What do you see in the two pictures? And you may start. Okay, you may. Start responding. Tekan and respond. Yes, yes. You may start now. This is what. You need a stronger password. This is for?
Cannot download chat GPT.
Okay, never mind. Just record yourself first. Later we'll pass it through apps.
I asked the question and this is the sample answer from the chat GPT.
Yeah, but I want you to give the answer. So you click this one.
Okay.
You give that prompt just now. Okay. You prompt provide me a CFR level for this script which is in English.
Okay.
Then you click and you save first. They will tell you.
All right.
Okay. First you type in provide language. Okay. Then you click this one. Answer the question. Record yourself. You okay, sir? Managed to? Alright, where did it go? Okay, did you manage to finish this? This one first. Did you manage to compare the two photos first? Okay, did he give you a CFR level? It's translated for you instead. Okay. It translated for you? The translation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, if the ChatGPT provides you a Malay translation, at the top before you press enter, you put that provide the CFR language English audio and send. Huh? What has come up here?
Translate.
The voice translate will come in. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. When it comes in translate in Malay, before you press the arrow send, at the top you put there provide a CFR level for this English audio. Full stop. And then you send. It will give you the feedback. Provide the CFR level for this English audio. At the top. Okay, like this one kan? Dah keluar kan? Okay. You go back to the top. This is yours. This is your audio, is it? Okay. Okay.
Oh, situ.
Provide the CEFR level.
SFR level.
For this English audio.
Oh, bagus.
Okay. Right? There. Alright, it will give you your level. Ha, hilang tang mana tu? Rekod balik. Okay? Oops. Okay, you're done with the first one. Can we try the second one? Okay, this is the second question. And your 45 seconds starts now. Which of these activities would you prefer and why? Okay, try this one.
More energetic games.
Are you doing it?
Trying to install it.
ChatGPT, web doesn't, because the apps on your phone has the microphone,
Yeah, that's why.
has a microphone feature. It gives you a very comprehensive feedback actually on the response that you've given. Okay, 45 seconds is up. Please remember to jot down what levels did you get for each, yeah? Okay, last question. Okay, have you got it?
No.
Okay.
For the translation, children would prefer the first activity, which is football or soccer, because this activity children
Dah? Did you manage to get it? Okay. Have you recorded it?
But the thing is,
Okay. So what you do here, you go up here. You key in that prompt. Provide the CFR level for this English audio. Key in that one.
okay,
Mhm.
provide
The CFR level for this English audio. Okay, full stop. Return. Enter. Okay, send. Okay, buat save English is like that lah.
Dia audio sekarang.
So actually it is audio tapi dia translate in text. So you so another way is here kita dah tuliskan kata provide an audio file. No need lah. Just what you can do is when you key in this one, you also record your audio, then you send together. It will also help. Okay, so what have you for your CFR level? Any C1? C2? Good. So I'm expecting a C2 for speaking soon. You cannot get C2 for this one, right? Okay. How did you do for the first one? Anybody have reached a C2, a C1 level? Not yet. Okay. A B2? B2? Yes. B1? Yes. Okay. All right. Did you realize the questions? Did you realize the questions? Remember I mentioned to you, the first question is comparing the two pictures. And then the second question is about you, right? So the question there, which of these activities would you prefer? You, all right? And then the third one is when it goes to others. Which one would the children prefer? So the response you gave in the second question and the third question may differ, right? May be different. Okay, would you like to see the responses? You want to see sample responses? Sample, not the response, okay? These are just samples. Okay, this is for the first one. Okay, both photos show young women taking part in competitive activities, though the first is a team game, whereas the second is individual. In the football photo, one determined-looking footballer is tackling another. They could be professionals, as women football has really gained its popularity. The other shows a chess player who looks as though she's in her late teens. She seems very concentrated on the game. She's staring at the board, working out her next move. It must be early on in the match, as there are still a lot of pieces in play. Okay, are those information you can get on the from the picture? Yes. All right. See how observant in terms of this one. It must be early on the in the match, because there are still a lot of pieces on the board. So these are things that you can